For most people who live in their cars here in San Diego, this is not a choice, it's a necessity. It's the only thing that's keeping them from pitching a tent on the sidewalk.
It's just a shell game that the city is playing, moving people around. And I've seen many times where people have been ticketed over and over for different things around their vehicle habitation or their vehicle, and they end up on the street because their vehicle gets towed. And that's just not a solution. We just have more people on the street that way.
During the coronavirus government lockdowns, the number of homeless people living in tents on the streets of San Diego almost doubled. The number of people forced to live in their cars also skyrocketed as jobs were lost and eviction notices were served. According to homeless advocate Michael McConnell, the city is now cracking down on people who are living in their cars.
He's a Afghanistan combat vet who's now disabled and just waiting on the VA, working with the VA to get some assistance and housing. How is towing their vehicle, leaving them on the street, going to help? We need more places, and we certainly need more housing and opportunities for folks to get off the street.
According to city law, it is illegal to sleep overnight in your car or your van on a city street or park. Knowing that the numbers are growing, the city has hired a nonprofit to operate 3 so-called safe parking lots around San Diego. Safe lots that fill up fast.
I think it's because there's so many more people forced to live in their vehicles that have been evicted or can't afford the rent. And so we see it all over. In fact, I passed the only safe parking lot that the city operates for RVs on the way here, and it is jam-packed with RVs and vehicles.
Now that the homeless crisis is supposedly priority number 1 for City Hall politicians, every aspect of the situation is under a microscope. Unfortunately, looking at a humanitarian crisis and solving it are 2 very different things.
I think the city is asking the wrong questions. They're asking, how can we reduce the visibility of homelessness, instead of why are so many people experiencing homelessness in San Diego, and what can we do to help?
As I mentioned, there are now 3 safe parking lots in the city of San Diego, and a 4th one is planned to open this month here in April. That's the one over on Morena Boulevard, where there were about 30 empty trailers that were actually purchased by the federal government when the coronavirus hit, and they were supposed to be for homeless people, but nobody ever moved in. According to the plan now from the city of San Diego, allow homeless people to finally move into those trailers and create that space up there into yet another safe parking lot. And hopefully the people who have been forced out of their apartments and forced out of their jobs are not forced to actually have their cars towed away as well. We're in OB, where of course a lot of people like to live, sleep in their cars because they have no other choice. Dan Plant, KUSI News.